Happy hump day. Good morning, my YouTube family. I know it's late, but I'm bringing you King's Court Season 1, Episode 7. Are you kidding me? I mean, I wanted to say that the whole episode, but it was a doozy, y'all. So Kalia, it starts with Kalia, and she says that she wants to have, a talk with Tyson, and they need to just talk with each other so they could, decompress and get some understanding on, what they're gonna be doing moving forward, which I understand. And Tyson is asking Felicia, would she help him out of his tux? And Tyson says, and cuddle with me after. He love him some Felicia. I like her too. She's a sweet girl. And Kalia talks to Thaddeus, and she asks, how is he doing? And she said you wanted to talk about, things and talk about just things in general. So here I am, and I'm here. And she tells him that she was pissed this evening and humiliated, and she was confused and hurt. And she said that she understands that it's a competition. And she says, how does this work? Is it love? And she says that she does not think so. And I'm like, no, it ain't, girl. Not right now. And she says that she feels like it is not enough, pretty much. And I'm like, it's y'all ain't enough. You have to just teach me and how to treat you and how to respect you as well. I learned that a while ago from my mom. So you do. You can't let nobody walk all over you. And then she says that she feels like, of course, it's not enough pretty much. And she says that she has learned that when the Carlos situation happened, she has, learned, like he says, when a man knows a woman is his number one, then actions line up with that. And she says that it is what she wants for herself to feel secure and confident. And I get what she was saying. And he starts to drink out of his cup like this. And she says that she is finished, because he asked her was she finished. She said that she's finished, and he wants to make sure, he said he wants to make sure that she got, that she got out what she wanted to get out. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that is with that, but hey, I guess it is what it is, huh? And he says that maybe he should circle back around to her another day, maybe today, tomorrow. He said he doesn't know. And she says in the confessional that he may not be in the same place as her. And I'm like, bingo, thank you, girl. Now you know. And then it gets to Tyson, and he asks, what is Edelweiss and Sarah talking about? Because they over there having a chat and all that. And then they both say that they were talking about the connections. And then, well, you have some connections. He said, well, you have some connections, no? Then Edelweiss said that she does. And Tyson says, I don't want to keep you. Don't want to keep, babe. Come on. And he said, I find you very beautiful, of course. And she says that she know one of the physics. I said, physics. I said, girl, I'm saying exactly what she said. I'm not finna misquote nothing. One of the physics of the whole situation. And then she said, and she said, another is deep connections. And Tyson says, yeah, I don't think I've had the chance to get that deep with you. And I'm like, you probably haven't, Tyson. You probably haven't. He said he don't think he ever got the chance to get that deep with her. And he says he is not running away. he wants to run to her. And Sarah interjects and she says, Tyson does not run from anybody. I'm like, girl, did we ask you that? Did we ask you anything, Miss Sarah? And then he says to Sarah, can I go on a date with her? And if it bothers you, say it. And I'm like, okay, don't start the semantics now, Tyson. Come on now. And she says in confessional that it is challenging. Many girls come and go. It's hard for her, pretty much. And I guess I can understand. And Carlos, after that, Carlos and Janae, they talk, and he says that her objective is to get to him while you are protecting your king. How long though? While you are protecting your king. And keep in mind, they playing chess. I had to rewind it a couple of times. They playing chess. And then we get to Miss Brianna, and she talks to Thaddeus and calls him Chocolate Thaddeus. Thandos. And then she wants him to, embrace and put his arm around her like this. And it was just a little awkward and all that. And I said, okay. But it eventually got done. And Holly and Rodney are he is talking about the Queen's family. Sorry, y'all. They are talking about the Queen's family through a barbecue. They're going to be hosting and throwing a barbecue for the kings to meet the ladies' family, closest friends, everything. And then Carlos says that he is confident to meet Janae's best friend, and he is ready because it is important to him. And I'm like, I believe you, Carlos. You a stand-up man. I promise you a stand-up man. Everything is important to you. I get it. I understand. So, because Carlos say he ain't playing no games. And I understand and I believe that. Okay? And Sarah has her best friend, Casey, of 12 years. And Santiago says that he knows that Edelweiss has fresh cookies for breakfast. And a best friend thing, I like him. I like him, though. I like him. My type of best friend, I could hang with him. For real, I could hang with him. And then we get into, hold on, y'all, these notes, I'm trying to be able to switch it up so I can go point by point by point. Okay, and then Thaddeus talks to Brianna, and she says that she was always too open all the time. And she says that she was betrayed in her last relationship. And it got to the point of marriage until, being discussed until he had a child on her. And, that was a whole no go. Okay? And then, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I'm going point by point by point. And she said that she hopes, now this still Kalia. Wow. I skipped the whole part, I think, y'all. Okay. Let me see if it'll let me go up. Ugh, y'all, this stuff right here. All right, we ain't even get to, okay. So, hold on, y'all. I skipped the whole section. Okay, so Alpha Santiago, and then we get to Beverly, and she is Catherine's aunt now. And she says that the three of them, Catherine, she said the three of them are like best friends in the house. She's talking about the Kings. And that's what I said, okay, I like, okay. And then Thaddeus asks, is her aunt married? And then he says that she is a bit of competition and that she is tough. And I'm like, heck yeah, she is tough. She tough as I don't know what to call you out if you on that BS, okay? Don't play that is, okay? Don't play. And then let's get to the next person. And Janae, she brings over AJ to Carlos for him to meet her. They have been friends, they besties like that, for real, for real. And Carlos expresses that it is important to him to finally definitely believe him. He said he's sweating and he was nervous and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, don't sweat, Carlos, don't sweat. Then we get to Ariel's twin sister. And I totally forgot that Ariel said that she had a twin sister. And she asked Thaddeus, what does he think about her? And he says that she will be in love with him in 2 days, 3 days max. And her sister asks, has she popped off yet? Like round popped off. And she says that he has to learn this her twin in confessional. And Ariel, she says that he has to learn her in a confessional with her twin. And that's all that freaking matter. He got to learn her. And that's real, real true tea. And then we get to Miss Felicia. And her sister says that, you know, that she is not affectionate. And then, now this Tyson. And Tyson says that she is to him. And he said that she takes a seat on my lap. And then as soon as she come over, she go ahead and take a seat on his lap. And her sister was shocked. In shock. I'm like, why this man? Why he got a lot of you, girl? He don't know you like that. Not right now. And Janae's sister says that in the past relationships, she is very skeptical for her. And this is Janae's sister. And then she says that, you know, she says that she has been, you know, betrayed. And then, you know, and then by every man. And she has been with, you know. Okay, so this was, excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I remember all this. So this is Carlos' connection. Where he says that that is terrible, you know, that she's been betrayed like that. And then Kalia's friend Crystal, and they are talking. And she says that she needs him to step his focus off other things. Keep his focus off other things. Now this going back to Miss Sarah. And Sarah and Casey, they talk about her type. And Tyson says that. And then she told him that she never dated a celebrity now. Keep in mind what she said. She said she never dated a celebrity. But keep listening. Her friend put her on blast big time. And Sarah is really trying to hide things for real, for real. And then Fred, Brianna's younger brother, asked Tyson, does he see himself getting married? I don't think he is. Anyway, and going to Jennifer's friend, Mercedes, and she talks to Carlos and how he feels about starting over. And her friend says that she has potential with Carlos in a confessional. And Thaddeus and Kalia's friend, she says that he is looking for a wife. And I'm like, clock. Everybody should be looking for wifey material at this time of your life, this age. And he says that she expressed how she felt. And he also says that she cut him off. And Kalia says that she hopes that she gets the chance going forward, you know, for a chance in love with him. I said, okay. And then this is Edel. And that's what Catherine calls her, Edel, E-D-E-L. And Catherine and Etta, they're talking, which is Edelise. And she says that she is feeling, what is she doing here? I feel that she feels betrayed to the 10th power. And I said she can't handle it. And Etta Wild says that she wants to pack her shit and go home. And she goes and she tells Tyson, because Catherine go to Tyson and tell Tyson what's going on. And Tyson says, please don't leave. He needs and wants her to stay. And he said, everybody in the house is going to be so devastated if you leave. Please don't leave. He don't want her to leave. I said, okay. Okay. Told her that he don't want her to leave. And Thaddeus talks to Brianna, and she says that she was always so open all the time. And she says that, of course, her ex, her last relationship, he betrayed her, and they had even got to the point to where they were discussing marriage, and then he had a child on her. And then Tyson, aka Thaddeus, he tells her that sex is very important to him. And he said, what the heart desires is what the heart desires. And what the heart desires, you can be free with it. I said, okay, clock. Okay, I get what he was saying. And Tyson talks to Sarah at 1:45 a.m. And he says that he needs to know now, about her ex. And she reveals that her ex was R. Kelly. And then it just went from there. And she was kind of laughing. It was a decade ago, though. And, of course, she laughs and says that it was a decade ago. And he is saying that she was not honest with him. And Tyson said that every time that he think about it, and every time that he just don't want to be roped in with the mess that R. Kelly got going on, and he feel like that she'll have him roped in with the mess. And he says that he knows that she have known, he said that she knew all the time. And he says that he pretty much trying to disassociate himself with her. And I'm like, Tyson, you done well in doing that. Clock. And Tyson tells the kings, who Sarah's ex is, and he says, he has nothing else to say to Sarah. And the ladies are told by Holly and, Rodney, they are hanging with them tonight at the elimination dinner. And then Thaddeus speaks with Brianna. And Tyson is walking past Sarah, trying to ignore her. And Holly asks, what is wrong? And she says, what's going on the shows, the picture of R. Kelly. And Carlos says that he is going to come and comfort, Sarah, since Tyson is like blatantly just walking past her. And Holly says to Sarah that she understands, definitely. And Sarah is thinking that it was, a decade ago when she was thinking, I don't think she was understanding that he just don't want to get associated with that, and I wouldn't want to either. And she could have told him. They've been on the show. She could have told him episode 1. She could have told him, and she didn't. So I'm for it, and I understand everything that he's saying. And Holly also told Tyson that her past is her past, but how he decided to move forward is how he decided to move forward. And we get to the elimination dinner. And Tyson is asked by Holly, is it okay if, Carlos, speaks on his behalf? And Etta Wiles is sent home by Tyson. And Carlos addresses Sarah. And she says that it is, you know, unfortunate that it came down to this. And Sarah is gone packing too. And Thaddeus sends Brianna home and says, you know, that she started too late. And Brianna says that she will be herself. All three women are gone, just like that. Sarah, Edelweiss, and Brianna. It was a tough episode, but that was The King's Court. The King's Court, Season 1, Episode 7. Are you kidding me? It was a little deep, but it was a good episode. So I want y'all to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Love you, YouTube family.